All right, welcome guys, and let's get started. We have USD CAD first. So let's look at it on a weekly. I'll clear all drawings. So let's first see our main line of resistance and support on the weekly, which I always do. So I don't want that. We have zone right here. We do have one right here as well. And we're gonna have to look for the recent one on the daily. All right, GA, GHF, gold, cool. We'll get to all of that. Let me just see. All right, so we have some daily resistance here in this area. And I do like this as a daily support, so. All right, I'm gonna switch back to candles. So obviously we have this nice uptrend on USD CAD on a weekly as well as on the daily. It's been riding for a while, but it seems like a false breakout of the trend. It closed above this uptrend. Silver, definitely we're gonna do silver. So it's still valid uptrend. We had the breakout of the weekly uptrend here, but obviously the price came back up and it closed above that. The only thing right here that is important to point out is this candlestick formation on the daily, which is related to evening star. Those who've been in the previous webinars, they know I mentioned this all the time. It's one of the powerful bearish reversal patterns. So at the moment, USD CAD seems to be coming back down. But let's see if we have any intraday support on 4 hour where we can look for, because it's kind of in the middle of the daily range. So let's see here. So we do have some traffic in this area right here. So for me personally, this is the level I would watch. Which is at 130.1753. Let's see, we have a chat comment. Bitcoin, cool, we'll get to Bitcoin as well. So overall USD CAD is on a still strong uptrend. It did try to close under that trend. It had for a few days, but the price came back up, and now it is coming close down to the intraday support, which I believe it will be reached, or this would be the level to watch around this area right here where we have this weekly trend line. So we can see if the pair will be able to sustain above this level, which is at 1.320, and maybe give us some possibility to go long next week. If not, I would watch what it does when it reaches this intraday support at 131.750. Possible break of that would be, good opportunity for a sell to a daily support, which is like 140 pips down, and possibly with momentum to go all the way down to the weekly support. So at the moment, I'll probably not see any setup on this until maybe New York tomorrow. Um, I don't see anything at the opening tonight because both currencies are more related towards the moves around New York and during the New York session. So um, personally, I would just watch it, see what setup it will give us right now. But I am biased for this to come a little bit down and see what it does anywhere in this area between 131,750 and 1.32. So that would be my view on USD CAD. Long term, it really depends on what happens on the weekly, because we have this strong bullish momentum, um, and it might see some correction with this bearish doji that closed last week. So let's see with the fibs, this could be just a retrace of this whole move. So from here, so yeah, 70.5 fib retracement on the weekly, the doji rejection. So short-term bias definitely bearish for right now as far as the price action. But I would just let me clear this. I would just watch it, see what it will do this week and tomorrow during the New York session. What was that icon? Oh, okay. So Jasmine, this is a Fibonacci tool. So you go here from the top first. You have cross, then you have your lines, your trends, your arrows, your channels, and then the third section right here. You have all these different fibs and pitchforks. So you go to the fib retracement, which is known simply as a Fibonacci tool, but on TradingView is called fib retracement. And you use it when you see this momentum to the downside where the move completed, and we see this bullish correction. So you use it from the top to bottom to measure this correction, which end up being 70.5%. Are you able to see it, or? Cool, you're welcome. Yeah. So Fibonacci is very powerful. We will start using it more now in these webinars because it can really help you with your entries, identify the retracements after the big moves like this. This on the weekly was from here to here was 300 pip move, and now the correction ended up being about 230 from the whole move. So can I ask for the pink line figure? 70.5. So here, those are the settings for Fibonacci. If you guys want to take screenshot, the ones I use. So all the ones that have check marks next to it is the ones I use. So 38, 61, 8, 70.5 right here, and 50, they are the mainly ones for the retrace. Sometimes you see 23.6. Do you find it? Oh yeah, definitely. Fibonacci is very, very powerful tool. Will you will see on many examples as we go through the pairs that are requested. It's very powerful tool. So pretty much 23.6 between 70.5, those are retracements. Yeah, 70.5 is pretty common. It's pretty common. Even in some cases, you will see 88.6. Let me move this, which is the one right here, the blue line. and 88.6 is the last level of the retrace before you see change in a trend. But 61.8 and 70.5, those are like pretty much your weak entries, which you can see here. If you sold at 70.5, that would be great entry, even at 61.8, because you see how the weekly closed as a bearish. Okay, I will add, I never had higher than 61, sorry. Yeah, 61.8 and definitely 70.5. I've been, testing it and, looking at it in some cases, and it actually can give you great entries. You're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, as far as the USD CAD, I see short-term bearish movement, especially with this closure and on the higher time frames and with this daily evening star formation. So Gagan, do you have the same idea or you see something different?
Yeah.
Hey, Anas, yeah, I have the same idea. I'm expecting a little bit downside on USD CAD, and then I'm just gonna complete the bullish cycle, which is around 1.34 in the next couple of weeks.
Nice. Hey guys, if you have a background noise, could you please just mute yourself so when somebody has to speak up, we can hear them clearly.
Listen, Mrs. Bundy, you have just one.
As you said, that I'm actually waiting for it to correct so I can enter for long term.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So we have same idea. So that's great.
Yeah, same, exactly the same. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see what next. GJ. All right. Let's go over GJ. All right. So GJ, we can take a quick look on the weekly. This is a big correction of the overall bearish move. We can not that. I honestly don't like to use this measurement from there because it had few corrections. But if you measure it and take it in consideration, slightly above 61.8. What I more like is that actually it hit this, we can delete intraday here, it hit this daily resistance and wicked from it, and now it's been ranging for 4 weeks in this side channel. So it's definitely something to watch. I am interested in selling around 140, 650, 670, up to 141. I'm definitely interested to see some sales for, some bigger correction of this move in particular, which, even if we get, let's say over there, even if we get 38.2, that would be, well, yeah, 306 pips. Romania, if I pronounce that right.
Yeah.
So I would definitely be interested in some sales over here. You just have to watch it on a smaller time frame, because it's been just going within this range here for 4 weeks straight. So let me just clear fibs so we can see this a little bit better. But yeah, the last 4-hour candle on Friday closed bearish, which honestly, it's not enough confirmation for me personally. I would like to see further push to the upside. Maybe we'll see if this gaps up for like 25 to 30 pips. And I would be very interested, to see confirmation on some smaller time frame that is going to reject again this resistance and top of this side channel, so we can look for some sells. I'm in a longer term, I'm really favoring this correction to at least this weekly support from this whole massive move to the upside. Hopefully we get that before I believe December 12, when there's a new major news related to GBP and the Brexit deals. So let's actually see what major news we have this week, because I did not get a chance to look at it. So we have AUD tomorrow night, red folder, can have some impact. CAD and USD orange folder on Tuesday, nothing major, honestly. So Wednesdays we have some CAD and USD. Yeah, CAD should really have some nice moves on Wednesday due to a lot of economical reports and the CPI report. Thursday we have ECB meeting and Bank of Canada governor speaking. So this would also bring some volatility. And Friday, actually Friday is the only day that has like a lot of red folders, mainly euro. So from what I see, I think we should have a really good trading week as far as the technicals, because there's no any like a major folders until really the Wednesday CAD and Friday euro, and some CAD with USD. So by then hopefully we should be able to already obtain good profits, so we don't have to like trade the last day where we can get faked out due to some fundamentals. So I like it as far as the news getting in the way. So yeah, for GJ, I would honestly like to see some more pullback and at least like 30 pips. But yeah, on 1 hour, it looks like also evening star. So let's hope for the gap to the upside, and then we can look for some sells. Otherwise, buying is really not here in a sight unless we see breakout of this resistance and retest, and then we can aim for some higher levels on GJ. But from me, and I've been trading GJ for pretty long time, and I would like to see this come back down. Second pair that you requested was Euro USD. So let's take a look. Euro USD. Here we go. All right, let's clear this. All right, so we are on the weekly. Go to line chart. See our major zones. Okay, I like that. And we do have this support here as well. And then next resistance is not really until here. So let's label the current zone. All right, and let's check this on a daily. On a daily. But this is daily resistance. So we do have a nice zone here to go off of. All right, so on the daily, EU made double top, drop back here. It's still in overall bearish trend. Just go back to weekly in a second. Yeah, it's still heavy bearish trend. I mean, if I was doing that, it's right there. This I don't really. We can sort of use as a something to look to, because this one is further. Even though I don't like this drawing, I usually like to draw it from the top, but we don't have many dots to connect, and it's shown respect here for the third time at that downtrend line on a weekly. So going on a daily, it will be interesting to see. Let's just see this correction on a daily. So far only 38.2. It's 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, it's showing to be rejecting actually around 38.2 from this daily move. But for me, there's not enough information here to trade it at the moment. I would just watch it, similar to USD CAD. But on USD CAD, we do have more information. So I would honestly just keep an eye on this. On 1 hour, let's see, on 1 hour is showing some signs of a bearish move, but obviously I don't like to validate the move off of 1 hour. I like some stronger confirmation, and you can kind of combine it with the 38.2 rejection and just watch. Like I said, similar to USD CAD, I don't think this pair will really have any big move over the night throughout the London until right before New York opening and during the New York. I would say more, but it is possible that we see some move throughout the London, obviously Euro related. So I would just watch it and see what it does. But it is possible to come back down, and I guess this can be considered 1 hour support. I don't usually use that because it's not strong validation. But long term, I am favoring recovery on Euro USD. I would like to see it, finally breach 1.12 level, so that we can look for, some of these higher level corrections like 1.147, and I believe it was 1.17. So in a short term, just see for some low opportunities to go along. That would be, my suggestion. I would love to honestly see this come back down to this weekly support, and that would be a good place for a buy. But in a short term, I would not pay too much attention. But that's just me personally. You can look for some scalps, but you have to watch its momentum, and if it actually wants to give some nicer moves, whether it's this correction back bottom to test the weekly support, or it starts breaking higher so that you can catch the momentum. That's my view on Euro USD. Do you have any question about it? Romania, you can unmute yourself.
Is it okay to use the K2 RNS in regards to like the weekly support and resistance?
Sorry, can you repeat one more time? Is it okay to use what?
The K2 RNS.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you mentioned that. So let's go on a 30 minute, and we're gonna clear this. And here we go. So yeah, it is showing that it might be turning back bullish, even though the last K2 alert and the last 30-minute candle closed as a sell signal. So I would definitely use K2 if you're a subscriber, because it makes it so easier for all of you guys. I already mentioned that on Wednesday. The bigger picture that I guys show you is just in addition to K2. If you're already subscribed, definitely utilize that, because it will show you current support and resistances.
So what about the K2? Yeah, the support and resistance, as I said. I'm not seeing your lines, your support and resistance on this.
I have to add it for some reason. Let's see here. Invite K2 SNR. Here we go. So you see right here. You're referring to those, right?
Yes, those.
Yes. So only thing I'm actually now confused is because it's showing support all the way here and resistance below it. So this might be due to market close, and it didn't readjust once this structure pushed above it. So when the market opens in 2.5 hours, definitely load it and refresh your trading view and see where it moves to. So yeah, definitely. I mean, you see how here was accurate rejection off of resistance, then beautiful rejection of support with the buy signal that if you enter and you held, it would resulted in 30 pips. So definitely use that for until we can see a clearer picture and a bigger move that we can let's say take advantage of, right? So that was a great question. And obviously, I always tell you guys, all of you that you are subscribed to K2, definitely use that. And I just teach you price action and or something that you can add on to your trading, because I use both K2 and my charting, and it really works really well. So, and in this situation, which again was a great question, when we cannot like really define what it will do in the short term, definitely you can watch for those signals that trigger. Only thing here, it closed as a sell signal, but the trend is not verified on it's like indecision. It's neither red or green. So I would watch when it opens. It might push down back to this cloud here, which is what, 22 pips, and then you can see how it will react there. So does that help?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. So let me go back here. All right, so that is V on EU. Let's see. What was the next pair? EU. So we have GU and GA. So GU right here. Let's see. I do have drawings here, so we're gonna remove all of that and put the fresh zones. Not that one. Yeah, definitely. So we have now our zone. And let's look at on the daily. me just see if this makes sense. I would actually not that. Did respect there. I would actually clear that one. Just see if we can find something on 4 hour. I'll just plot the intraday resistance here because that is the most recent high. So let's go back on the weekly. So as far as the GU, it's still in the bearish trend. As you can see here, we do have break above it, and it's been able to sustain. So we might be getting some interesting opportunities here. Actually, we could probably move this right there. Yep. Yeah, that definitely makes more sense. So right now, GU has been making lower highs. Oh, hold on, I have new messages. Sorry. I think it's because it hasn't had a pull yet. Yes, Will. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sure it will readjust once the market opens and once the new data loads in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like within first 2 hours of the market open. So I wouldn't be too concerned with it. So here, as you see, the GU has been making, this was the most recent high, then it's making lower high, then this could potentially be lower high. And if you're looking for some rejections, let's see if we can break above this, or this will, be yet another lower high. But from this move to that, it's 70.5, right? So as you see here, it wicked off of it, and yeah, it did close on a Friday as a bullish candle, but this is indecisive bullish candle, meaning we have a body right in the middle and equal wicks on both sides. So for me, yeah, it is a bullish candle, but it's not enough for me to say, yeah, I'm just gonna keep buying this. And also because it rejected 70.5, so it's really something we have to watch on a smaller time frame. See if we can get some better indication. And then yeah, you see last 4 hour candle closed as a bearish hammer. So let's just clear all this since we went over that, and I would just see what it will do. Let's see, 4 hour. We don't, well, maybe we can consider that as intraday support. Wrong line, sorry about that. So right here. Yeah, it did rejected. So I would honestly like to see what it will do. You can kind of use this. Let me just this intraday trend, which obviously it's not the major trend of this pair because it's still in a bearish trend. But like, let's see if we can get something like this, right? Get the pullback back to here, right? Get the pullback back to here, and where we can get some more confluence. Confluence, you know, it's multiple indications of what the price will do. So let's see if we get a retest of this intraday support and also this trend line, which would be the third touch. So I wouldn't expect it to just break it easily. And let's see if after that happens, we can look for some buy opportunities to this resistance right there, so that we can, you know, make the equal high with the previous recent high. Let me just see who requested that. GU. Ella, are you still with us? You can type in a chat, or you can unmute yourself and tell me if, you know, this makes sense, or what view you have on GU. Are you in this trade currently?
No, I'm not in this trade currently, but it does make sense. Thank you.
Okay, cool. You're welcome. So if any of you guys have any question about it, feedback, feel free to unmute yourself and say. So if not, then we can move to GBP AUD. And also, obviously, if Ella, you're a subscriber to K2, you're gonna turn on your template and look for, so that was a recent buy and there was a buy there. So yeah, last two buy signals, we're in profit. Now it's going sideways, consolidating on 30 minutes. So I'm sure if we get some pullback, it would be nice entry to go overall bullish and long, unless we see the breakout. But if you see Ichimoku cloud is right there at the support and crossing of this intraday trend. So I would be really interested to see this buy opportunity if it pulls back. So let's go to GA. I'm gonna switch to week. All right. So we did charted this on Wednesday, and actually nothing has really changed that much that we have to update it. So I'm just gonna remove that. And yeah, actually this is coming to possible nice sell opportunity. Overall, it's creating big correction off of this whole bearish market. So it's making higher lows as opposed to what we just saw on the GU in a current price range. So this, yeah, oh wow, that was an entry right there, 89.50, 89.60. So let's see when market opens if you know, we don't get push further above this zone right here. So anywhere here, if it spikes up, I'm interested in selling because there's multiple confirmations, and I would like to see this correction back down to the weekly support similar to GJ on a smaller time frame. Yeah, it's showing steadily. Yeah, so currently I mean, I like to see this 4-hour candle close under the weekly resistance. This intraday resistance, we can remove that. So I would like to see if this will continue falling, but I'm actually interested for this sell right here. I'm gonna definitely wait, see if tonight we actually might get opportunity for this. But it did break below and retested and closed bearish on Friday, so I definitely think we could probably get some sell opportunities this week. It's a big range for like 500 pips here from current level, 480. As long as we can see the price remain closed under this resistance, I believe it will be good selling opportunities. It's just that, you know, me, by trading GA a lot, I would like to see, you know, little push back up and then continue its downside move as a correction of this bigger push. If you have K2, I believe there was a sell signal somewhere. Yep, it's right there. The trend has not confirmed yet, but the price is below cloud, and you see the bearish momentum kicking in. So yeah, I would like to see this push up. I mean, again, the right zone matches with Ichimoku, and I would be definitely interested selling here. So that is what I personally see on GBP AUD. Ella, I don't know, are you looking for something else, or?
No, I was actually looking for sells. You just confirmed it. Thank you.
Cool, yeah. Glad we see the same thing. We have one more message here. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, I love GA, GN. I'm sure you guys noticed. I love those pairs. They move same and they move nice. Next was GBP CHF. Let's go. So this we analyzed on Wednesday for those who remember and who were on. It did respected this zone. It had a wild spike down through it for about 27 pips, but then it came back up and closed above. So I mean, GBP CHF is similar to GJ. It's ranging, it's going sideways. The only thing is here we have a smaller range as compared to GJ, because this range is only about 125 pips. So as far as the structure, I would like this pair to correct, similar to GJ. And right now, because it's in the middle of this daily zone, I would wait to see if we get yet another retest here at 1.28260, where we have so many wicks, and then maybe look for yet another rejection to sell it down. Even that would be about 125 pips trade. Or if we see some breakout, you know, can the price remain closed above this level, right? And if it does, then, you know, we can target 1.30, which is this downtrend line. So it would be a nice move, probably equal for about, let's see, for actually a little bit bigger than, yeah, for about a 187, about 190 pips. But I am favoring correction to the downside right now, since, you know, we're going sideways for a while. This is since October 15th, so a little bit over a month. But it's been great, you know, buy sell opportunity off of the support and resistance. As you see, just keeps up and swinging up and down. And I haven't been trading it because, you know, the structure. But yeah, if I was that's what I would be doing, looking for, you know, yet another rejection, because right now it's right in the middle of this zone. So yeah, the 4-hour closed bearish, but like what do you do? Like, let's say you sell it when market opens, your TP1 would be 61 pips, and that is, you know, looking at the support retest. But if you sell it and it starts going back up, your stop loss has to be 64 pips. So that doesn't make sense, you know. You always want to look for at least 1 to 2 risk reward, and this is not you know, good positive trade. And if you buy it, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you're gonna have what, 63 pips, 64, but your stop loss has to be actually bigger. Your stop loss has to be below this last low, which, you know, this week imprinted. And same would be here, you know, if you're selling, stop loss has to be a little bit higher, because it can happen similar to what happened here. You see these wild wicks. So I would honestly stay away from it until we see which destination is gonna be reached first, so that we can, you know, look for some better you know, confluence and indication. For K2, so it closed as a sell, but again, it's above the cloud, and the trend is not confirmed yet for this to be you know, sell. So me personally, like I said, it's nothing for me to trade here at the moment. And let's see who requested this. TC Thierry. So that would be my view on GBP CHF. I don't know if you see something different you want to share with us, or you can either unmute yourself, or you can just type it in the chat. Cool. Yeah. There. Yeah, at the resistance. That's the sweet spot. I mean, it's been working really well for this pair. Like I said, I mean, you can clearly see. Let's go on at least 2 hours. Like, it's been, you know, rejecting resistance continuously, and it's been given. I mean, even the smallest rejection here was, what was the small? Let's say here. It was still 45 pips. You know. Yeah, GJ is a closer to resistance, and it's a bigger zone. Like I said here. You see, it's much closer. So I favor this over GBP CHF like many times, because you see, even if you sold here, right? Look at your potential. It's 116 pips, right? And your stop loss would be only, like, let's say 45 at the most. So it's almost 1 to 3 risk reward. But let's hope we get either gap or some pullback to this resistance, and that would give us great, you know, opportunity, because our risk will be even less and reward is increased at that point as well. So okay, cool. Oh wow, if that would be, yeah, that's pretty much the last high here. That would be beautiful if that triggers, yeah. But I would still just, you know, watch it. You know, I will probably check it tonight sometime before the bed, see how the Tokyo and Asian Open, and, well, you know, what impact it had on it. Because I don't mean to do that. Because, you know, if it just starts dropping, then, you know, you might want to look at something else. Because me personally, if I leave pendings, I leave them for 24 hours at the most. And usually much less than that, because I would, like, if I go to bed, I will set pending with, you know, stop loss, and then see in the morning if it's triggered. If the price didn't reach that and already dropped down, I just remove my pending order and look for different opportunity. So Next is gold. All right, Ella wanted to see gold. All right, so gold obviously still in weekly uptrend. It was a massive drop that week, and seems like we might be correcting to this weekly support. It did perfectly rejected the daily support. We did charted this. Yeah, it was. I still not happy that I didn't place this buy limit here because it went up. It went up some nice pips, about, well, not really, only like 25 pips, but still it was a good scalping opportunity. So right now, yeah, this is probably intraday. So this kind of is presenting as an intraday resistance right there, which it did reject. But I will favor, so as far as the structure wise, I would favor move to the downside, right? I would like to see this come back to the weekly support, and it's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 push. So I would like to see it complete its 3 lower highs, and look for some buy opportunity around 1439.50, 1440. I don't know why is it showing like that. Okay, so for some reason it's way down, so apparently it's 1.39, 1439.66, sorry. So I would really be interested to look for some buys at that area. Otherwise, if this climbs further up to this resistance, which is at 1484.50, we could see some rejection, because this is now strong resistance that used to be a weekly support. But on a smaller time frame, let's delete this. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, I would, yeah. If you're looking to intraday trade, I would like to see little push here. Maybe look for this double top, see if that would be valid, bearish signal for the sell to this weekly support. That could be nice 30, 32, 33 pips trade. So it's possible if you're looking for a scalp, but I'm more looking to trade this around like some key zones. Yeah, right now we see on a smaller time frame is just pretty much consolidation and going sideways. So, and again, if you have K2, let's see what it, yeah, I mean, you see, it's really signal to don't really do anything with it, because trend is indecisive. It's a buy signal right in the middle of the cloud. Excuse me, right in the middle of the cloud. So yeah, that's doesn't present any opportunity. So you're welcome. Next, we have silver. Let's go over silver. Gagan, you're looking to buy silver still?
Well, actually, Anas, for now, I have a bearish view on this. My targets for the buy is 15.6.
All right, let's actually clear this so we can go fresh.
I'm actually bearish on this one for now. As you mentioned, the gold and silver, they both are bearish.
Yeah, they move same. Yeah, that's 100%. Let's just see. And you said
UJ needs to finish this uptrend cycle, because UJ and this gold and silver, they move totally opposite. When UJ goes up, gold and silver, they go down.
yes. Yes, that is true. Let's just
That's
see.
the reason I'm not very bearish on UJ for now.
Yeah, I believe UJ and USD CAD could push up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So you said you're buying at where? 15 what?
15.6 is my buy limit orders there.
Okay, let's see.
But we'll have to see the action this week. So I mean, we can still sell, but I think it's still in the middle. So it's kind of risky for now.
Yeah, it is in the middle of the weekly zone. Let's just label it. Let's see. This is also, this is daily support. Are you looking for Elliott wave on this one?
I mean, anything is fine. I'm just wanting to double check your TA on this, because my view on this for this week at least is bearish, and I'm expecting somewhere around the end of this month we can actually see a reversal on silver and gold.
Yeah, I do see it coming further down. It did broke this daily option that it had. I mean, let's see what it does when it comes back to 16.2, because that might be the zone that will hold it, as you see here.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. So 16 and 15.6, these are my two major points where I'm watching the silver for forex position. I mean, for option doesn't matter because forex option is basically a one year hold, but forex you need to have great entries, best entries. I mean.
Yeah, definitely. No, I definitely agree. This I do see it coming down to at least 16.2, but possible this. Well, I mean, my weekly support is almost at like your buy limits. I have it at 15 point, let's say 43. But it will be interesting to see at 16.2, because you see it held here for a long time around that zone. It did have those breakouts that like just rejected the weekly, but 16.2 was holding for a while here.
Yeah, I do see a WXY correction from the top, and which ended in October, if you see. So from the top to the bottom, I calculate the number of pips, and yeah, from the top to the bottom is October, sorry.
So did you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or?
This is a WXY correction, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
W, yeah, here X, Y, something like that, and then this is the one, and down now we should push another leg down here. So this is doing another maybe WXY or maybe ABC. Have to see.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say it looks like ABCD correction to the downside as extension to it.
Right, but I think from the top to the bottom where we have in October, if you calculate the number of pips, that should be your target point from the X point.
Right. Yeah. So the equal move. So that will be. So hold on. That is.
No, actually calculate from the top, I guess.
From
the
here.
Yeah. From here to the Y.
From here to the Y. From right there.
Yes. See how many pips we have here?
265.
265, right? Now from the X here, do the same down to 65 and see where it comes.
It comes right here, almost at the weekly support. Yeah, 15.53.
Yeah, that's how I did calculation for this one.
No, it definitely makes sense. Yeah, I do like it though. I mean, I see it coming down. I really do.
Yeah, I would definitely would like to add big positions around 15.6 if that happens.
Yeah, that would be nice entry for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
my view. I mean, if you have any additional thing to add, you can add.
I mean, I mean, we pretty much see the same thing. I just don't know when this. I mean, this correction may have ended on the fibs, like right here, and it was only 23.6. So that usually is just like continuation, you know, big bearish continuation because they only had
Yeah.
a small pullback.
Yeah. See, in the final leg, it's doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is basically a fourth wave. So I'm expecting at least one wave down more
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah, it can definitely go to, this is 1.618. I use negative 61.8. It's easier for me. So that's at like 15.68.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah,
So
I
if this
definitely
goes
agree.
down, I think we should be bullish on UJ and the stock market.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
bearish on UCAD.
and what else?
Bearish on UCAD.
UCAD, yeah. I mean, they do need corrections. I mean, obviously, stock market, you know, it's been just pushing like crazy, S&P and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got faked out on S&P. I was shorting it, but then the beginning
Actually,
of last week,
I
it had
marked my point for the sell in the stock market. Let me share. Give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah, I did some analysis on the US 500 index. So I think sell point is around 32.40.
Let me open it up. I think it's already.
If you want, I can share the chart later once you're done.
You said that 32.40?
32.40, yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna extend further up. It's right here.
So if it extends further up, which means we can expect UJ to go up and silver and gold to finish this down cycle. So if that happens, that would make perfect sense to me.
Yeah, that would be wow. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. Look at the last on Friday how it closed. It just like people are probably shorting here and like seeing this indices.
Yeah, look at the daily candle, right?
Yeah, that was a nice setup from the market.
Yeah.
To get faked out.
But 3,200 and 3,250 should be the sell and should be the buy for gold and silver.
Yeah, man.
We'll see. I'm not sure 100% on this, but this is what I'm watching for now.
Yeah, I mean, I know you follow that more than me, so I mean, I would not doubt your outlook on that. But with the silver, I definitely agree. You know, coming further down.
Yep.
But did you calculate this extension from Elliott wave or?
Yes, from the Elliott wave. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just see something. I'm curious here.
Let me see how I did it. Let me see if I have the chart.
Yeah, it's almost gonna hit 1618 on fibs too.
So from the correction in the May, we dropped down to 27.25, and then we went up to 3,025, which is almost like a 300 pips move. So I think we can have a little correction here, but overall, I think it should touch 32.50 or something.
Yeah, I mean, even if it corrects, like I don't see it dropping below 30.30.
Right.
Which is, yeah, because that is now support here strong.
You know what? If you look at the UJ, that will give us more idea. If you have that pair lined up for TA later on, then we can look at the UJ. Because UJ, if it goes up, the whole stock market goes up. That's direct relation.
So let's see UJ. Oh, UJ, let's see here.
This is what happens in investors when they see stock market going down, they start to buy yen.
resistance here. Well, this is more like a current support here. How high you see UJ going?
Let me see. I'm taking on my charts right now. I think for this cycle, should be around 110.
Yeah, I have 110, 141.
Yeah, the same, exactly the same thing. So anything above 110 is a sell for me in UJ.
Yeah, because it's definitely riding this. Why this keep popping? It's definitely riding this daily uptrend, as you see here. And yeah, this is the next like notable resistance. Because it's making higher lows as well, so
Right.
it definitely could keep going up. So this is support.
Yep. So 110. I mean, I'm still buying this pair till 110. But once 110 touch, I mean, we should switch our gears to bearish view.
So right now it's 108.740. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that it did rejected, lined up with this here. So it did definitely verify as a higher low. You know, it stopped right there at the previous swing. So yeah, I mean, everything is indicating that it is gonna go further up.
Yes, and that should align with your gold and silver analysis.
Yeah, so it does make sense. So still strong dollar for now.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely like it.
But we should have more clarity by next week.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they do say that, you know, trends create at the holiday time. So, but yeah, I think that will be, you know, once it starts creating after it completes that move. And I mean, I cannot expect honestly dollar to be strong next whole year. I mean, how higher can it go with the old stocks?
Right. For you, UCAD, I'm actually long term. I'm very bearish on UCAD. I'm waiting for it to touch the weekly resistance, which is 1.34 something, and I'm expecting oil to go up next year.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
So
can discuss that later. You can continue with other pairs.
no, I mean it was your pair, so no. Yeah, I mean if it goes up here, I mean that's kind of high, but I would definitely be selling big time if it goes to 1.3550.
Yeah, I think 1.34 or 1.3350.
Yeah, 3350 is current daily resistance.
Yep. So what I see is one last push in UCAD, and then we are going down from there for another 3-4 months.
So let me see. Are you looking for this XYZ2 or ABCD?
This one is a longer ABC correction. If you do like maybe a weekly, you will see from the top from 1.3650. So you'll
From
see
here, right?
one ABC kind of thing from the top.
Right. From here, right?
Right.
So you go down. Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
And down, right?
Yeah.
And now because the recent drop in November closed above the C, so I think there's another push pending. We should close this up on top of this one, the daily resistance.
This one.
On top of this one.
Here?
Yes, here.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for the same ABCD push or?
Kind of, yeah. ABC, we should close on the top of this one, which is September highs. Yeah, something like that.
So.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Oh, actually, I think I drew it wrong. I think it will
No,
be.
yeah, right. So from here to A, and then B, and then C should close just above the A, just above A. Yeah.
So anywhere here.
Yeah, and if you drew the weekly diagonal resistance, that should match up with this one, the C.
Yeah, I think it does from here.
To here, yeah, exactly. This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I agree with it. I definitely do. It might
And
have like tomorrow or Tuesday small pullback here, but
yes,
just to support. But yeah, it should be going up.
and from the point C, and then the downward for UCAT begins, and then I think we can expect the stocks to push further up.
Yeah, visit some of these lows here, huh?
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
if we look at the weekly and monthly, that gives us a better picture long term, and then we can trade in that direction.
Yeah, I always start on the weekly. That's
Yep.
just it
That's
helps so
a good
much.
approach.
Yeah, it definitely shows you bigger picture, and you just look for the area that is key where to enter.
Mm-hmm. So
So
this is my view on UCAT. I mean, if you want to add something, you can do that.
No, I mean I agree with it. Just in a short term, like I said, I do see it maybe pull back here a little bit to the support, and I believe it could continue up from there.
Right.
So definitely agree with it. You're welcome, Thierry. So we have Bitcoin next. All right, I'm sure a lot of people is interested in that.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it did respect this support here, almost. I was honestly looking between 83 and 84, and it did reach that, but I didn't buy there. I think it might be starting, to go up from here, though. Let's see. I don't trade as much crypto as before. I just hold the coins. No, what am I doing here? And it will be I mean, it might be done. It's pullback though. Yeah, 61.8 on the weekly. Yeah, it is on the daily already starting to show sign of the reversal. Who has Simone? Simone actually left us. Definitely, we do have time, and we will look that next. So Simone that asked about Bitcoin is not here anymore. But me personally, I think it should be reversing from here. Like I should have put buy limit because I did set on Wednesday between 83.50 and 8400, and it did actually left week those areas. Maybe we can get a recovery back to 10,900 from here.
I think you're right. We're very very close to the down leg that we saw since this up leg. So we cannot rule out the possibility of another down leg, but I think overall it's going up. My next target on this one, to be honest, is 15 to 16,000.
Yeah, I can see that. I've been watching few guys that are. I forgot to send you that video. I think
Matt already did that.
Oh, I sent him that video. Good. So I'm glad he did. Cause yeah, that dude actually sees between 18 and 20,000 if I remember right.
Right. I mean, because Elliott wave, if you see, we see a one wave up, and then the second wave down correction, and then what I see right now is we are moving to the wave 3, which is an impulse wave, but the wave 3 has another 5 waves. So this could be the one wave up, which we saw like a sharp increase in one day, and then now what we see is wave 2 corrective. So wave 3, now wave 3, and impulse wave 3 is coming here. Which should take us to at least 2.61 or 1.61 of the last uptrend.
That would be what, 20,500, 20,400.
Around that mark, yeah, that should be the wave 3 target.
Actually, let's.
But you know, if people want to trade short term, then they could be selling at 15 to 16.
Yeah, that's true.
Trading crypto in forex is very risky, to be honest.
Yeah, volatility.
Right.
No, actually, it did reject the 38 too. So yeah, the 1618 would be extension. Yeah, definitely. You know, we could definitely see 20,300 starting next year, unless something big happens and they get a crazy push before then.
Yeah, I feel that too. Something, maybe a big news is coming.
Yeah, because it's been kind of quiet about it, so I wouldn't be surprised that something is being prepared for crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see rejected here. Yeah, definitely possible. 20,507 actually. Let's see. So that'll be actually a little bit higher than the all-time high, right?
Yeah, that could be like 21, 22 maybe.
Because this was 19,922, the all-time high.
But we'll have to actually see the patterns as they form in the next few weeks. Because the patterns can change. I mean, we are doing fearful now, but you never know.
Yeah, that is true. I definitely agree. I mean, this might be done on, recent here. It might be done with this correction.
Yep.
But like, if you bring it there, because it did reject it. Let me just clear it so I can put it closer. From the bottom. Yeah, because it did rejected 61.8 too. So like you said, I mean, definitely will have to watch. I mean, I mainly see the moves on crypto during the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, unless there's, something, some news that come out during the week, and then, investors go crazy.
Right. So yeah, no point of selling this like Bitcoin, at least for now.
Yeah, no.
And for long positions.
Yeah, I don't see any sells here. I wish I would have put a buy limit, because on Wednesday when we had webinar, I did say look between 83.50 and 8400, and I forgot to check on it, and it actually like this week here.
Right. Yeah, I do edit some long-term position on Thursday, but I'm still waiting for it to go down, further down a little bit.
You see pullback down to 7,800.
Yeah,
Huh?
something around that mark, you know. We should be the next wave, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible to come back, visit this structure from before.
Yeah.
Because this was that, like, I remember this weekend when this was a big spike, like it went crazy. It went from 86.
It was like 3,000 move dollar.
Yeah, it was a big move. Yeah, actually that weekend started here, so from 7,400 to 10,500. Yeah, 3,100 pips. But yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Definitely, I wouldn't be looking for sells. If it gives some more dips, then yeah, look for the buys.
Yeah.
So Thierry asked about Euro NZD. So we had actually sell last week, took 120 pips, so that was a good trade. But right now, it's in the middle of our zone. Let me just double check this. Okay. Actually, I'll delete that. No. Press the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, so Thierry right now it's in the middle of the zone. See, he rejected his here the daily support. So let's see what do we get out of it this week. I would favor you know, maybe to get the retest here, because this just broke through with that strong NZD news, because the market made a nice trick. A lot of sources reported, yeah, they are forced to cut the interest rate down to 0.75, but what actually ended up happening, it was a good setup again, and they just kept the rate at 1.0, and therefore this NZD was very bullish. But from here to there, I mean, yeah, it did reject it, but right now I can hardly tell you what it will do because it's in the middle of the zone, and I can favor this, see if we can get retrace back up to retest this, and then see if we can trade it back down within this zone that is like 220 pips. But on a smaller time frame, if this breaks, maybe we can catch some momentum. Wait, not the right line. So yeah, let's see. Well, it closed bearish on last 3 hourly candles, but I wouldn't be interested in selling it until I see clear break here, and maybe catch that momentum back to the daily support, or if it shows a rejection here because it's been maintaining above 72 400, sorry, maybe we can look for the buy back to this retest to the weekly resistance now. Are you still in this trade, or you just oh, you're still in a short? Where did you enter? Because we did end up closing the trade. You reached all TPs. What was your entry? 1.7185. Oh, yeah. So, okay, yeah. So I don't mean to put you in a spot, but like I always tell people, like it's very important to have your zones marked, because you see where you sold. You sold after the pair has moved 190 pips, right? So, and maybe you have sold here after you saw this bearish candlestick formations, but the reason I avoid selling stuff like that, because let's say you saw those three bearish candles and the fourth one pushing down, but really next support is only like 34 pips away, right? And there is no resistance really until at least 73, 1.73. So the risk reward was not good there. So let's see. Hopefully it comes back down. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing, like I said, to put you in a spot or make you feel bad or anything. We have all done those mistakes, trust me. Whoever trades a little bit longer, we have all done that. So you just have to watch for, and that's why it's important, you mark your zones on the weekly and the daily, so you kind of know the range that you want to trade within for the week. And some cases, like, you really need to mark it for 1 week, and you can be good for a month. Like you can see on most of GBPs, like they've been for 5 weeks within same weekly range. So it really uh, wouldn't take so much of your time, but it can help you prevent. Let's see here. Yeah, just have to watch this. Remind me, I don't know what time zone you are in, but remind me later tonight to check it for you again. See what it will do. I mean, obviously this is 1 hour minor trend, which it's not so valid, but it could like be 1, 2, third touch and come back up. So we have to watch for that. Oh, you're in Switzerland. Oh, okay. So you're 6 hours ahead, right? So it's 9:30 at night over there. Ah, okay. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So standard European time. Yeah, I'm originally from Europe, so I figured it would be the same time. But yeah, let's hope we get this break here, so that we can tell you to continue holding this. But yeah, we will have to watch it and see. I hope you didn't over leverage so it doesn't end up bad. But yeah, it's looking like it's making its move back to try to retest this. Good, definitely. That is smart decision. Never over leverage. So it's really hard for me to tell you what it will do, because it's in the middle of the zone, and it does look like it's making higher lows, even though that it's inconsistent with this bigger push here. So I'm not in it. I closed because this push right here gave us TP targets we were looking for, but um, let's hope for your recovery and this comes back down, and then you can close in a profit, and then we can look for some potential buys from there. Because if this breaks, this will go big time down. And in a long term, I am definitely favoring, you know, this correction to the downside, because I am expecting NZD to recover. So hopefully, you know, starting sometime late this year and going into the next year for NZD and AUD, I believe they have suffered enough. So hopefully we see some corrections on those pairs, and we can probably hold some nice swings for a few months and get the benefit of the whole moves. Like if this breakout happens, it will be like 430 pips. Yeah, and that's a great mindset. That is one thing, you know, I actually struggled for a while. I was like, oh, let me just intraday trade, and you know, I want to catch this London moves, and you know, just go do my day. But then, you know, I had to learn that you actually have to see the picture on bigger time frame, and you know, wait for the right opportunities to buy low, sell high, and you know, hold it, because you know, you really get rewarded for patience in Forex, you know, rather than just jumping in. Exactly. Yeah. There you go. There you go. And if you are going with the trend, or you see trend reversal, yeah. So we will keep checking this tonight just to see what it will do. You say NZD has good setup. Let's see. NJ, where are you? Right here. Give me just 1 second to answer one text message. All right, sorry about that. So let's look at this. All right, let's clear all this. NZD. Nice, beautiful. I like it. Oh, is this going to be sell? Let's see. Some tops didn't break and RSI is showing. Yeah, you are. Let me guess, you're looking for a sell here? Yeah, it does look like it's breaking back down. Because this to me is still weekly resistance. We're right here. It just been consolidating on a daily around this resistance, so definitely no clear break here, as you see. So and on the weekly, it's still big bearish trend. Yeah, I mean, yeah, wow, that's been bearish since July 2017. You have order at 69.85. Oh, okay. And right now it's trading at, oh, okay, so 23 pips above. Well, we're gonna check it now. I mean, that's really resistance. And the support, I mean, it looks, let's see on a 4 hour. Yeah, I wanna see it. All right, let's do that. And yeah. All right, so I would like to see how it opens because it's JPY, but I do favor that sell outlook. I do. I really do. Honestly, it just looks like it's been trading in this channel for a while. Those JPYs with the ranging. So it's been in this channel since, well, for the whole month. So let's see, those wicks right here are promising. So it's, you know, related to what's called vectoring and price rejecting to go further in that direction. And then you have closure of last 1 hour on Friday bearish. Let's just see if we can kind of relate to some minor support here. I know it's on 1 hour and I myself don't favor it, but let's see if the break of this would validate the sell. So either you hold on to that sell limit, or you wait for this breakout of 69,620. So, and as long as it doesn't start breaking above 70, this is favorable sell for me at least. Yeah, rejected there too. Might have pullback and then Gagan, did you look at the NJ?
I'm actually looking at it right now.
It looks interesting though. It looks
I'm
interesting.
actually looking at it from Elliott wave point of view too. So it does do a ABC. So it looks like it should be an uptrend, but with some correction.
Yeah, I'm looking for this correction at the moment.
So the correction should bring us back to, what's the daily SMA 50? Just looking at 68.60.
I have here 68,730.
Yeah, so I think it's a buy between 68 and 68.50 if it drops down to that level. Definitely a buy.
Yeah, because that will be the daily support area.
Right.
He said I favor the short because the RSI has the divergence. Divergence on what time frame? Daily.
Maybe short term, he's right. I mean, there is a possibility to go down.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see it come down. Yeah, so you can let me just so you can Thierry, you can leave that sell limit, but also watch for this break. Let's make it 69.60, so it's easier for reference, and also we don't calculate that spread and all that. So I do definitely favor this if we start breaking, and let's see if we can, you know, drive it down to 68,730. So, but yeah, as long as it doesn't start breaking above 70, I do favor this sell on NZD-JPY. So, and then yeah, in a long term, I mean, NZD across does need some bigger correction to the upside. So this pair probably would be between 71,200 and 71,50 first recovery zone.
Yeah, I think 7160 is perfect because that's like a daily SMA 200.
Yeah.
Normally get rejected from there. But yeah, actually a very good long opportunity, maybe setting up for the next week actually.
Yeah, I was looking at NU, and I believe it was NZD CAD too. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see another pullback on NZD pairs, because all those bullish spikes were, you know, related to that interest rate, but you see immediately corrected back down. So let's see how it plays out. But yeah, for right now, I share same thoughts like you. I will look for this to come down short-term bearish, and then see what it does, whether it's gonna respect this channel bottom of the channel again, or we can get the pullback a little bit lower to this daily level.
Right. What's your buy limit for this one?
He actually has sell limit at 69.85.
69.85. Let me see.
So
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's JPY. So actually, because we're looking for GJ sell 2 to test that top of the channel again. So let's hope for a JPY gap to the upside.
Right.
And then we can, you know, look for those sells on GJ and NJ. GBP NZD, let's do it. All right. We are good on the weekly. Daily 2. All right, so let's just see. Weekly has actually formed this trend with those pushes. Let's see if it's better on the daily. Yeah, I like this better. So for GN, one of my favorite pairs, we are in this current zone. I would honestly favor any dips for the buy on GN. Unless we get the break of 2.00 to, let's make it, I'm just gonna make it 2 even. It's a little bit too low. All right. So unless Cash, sorry if I don't pronounce that right, because it's K, not C. So I'm favoring buys on this overall unless we get a break under 2.00100. So it has formed a bullish trend. Yeah, on a higher time frame we could look for some corrections, but honestly, those corrections, unless we break this daily support, I don't see them happen. If we do, however, then yeah, we can look for 400 pips drop to the next key level. Let's 4 hour. It's ranging. Let's see on 1 hour if we can find something that we can trade off this level here. Okay. I usually don't like to add lines on 1 hour, nothing under 4 hour, but like when we don't have much to work with, sometimes that will help. But really, I would like to see pullback down to this area here, anywhere in here. I'm interested in selling as long as this zone holds. And maybe if we start getting some breaks above here, see if we can, wait for this triangle break. You can watch it that way too. But it's obviously one of the pairs I watch and trade a lot. So if I see anything set up on this, I will definitely share it in the trades alerts. For right now, when market opens, nothing really. So I would wait for the breakout of this area, either downside or the upside, and then look for it. But in a long term, I am favoring this bullish continuation. But for this week, we will see what it gives us. Hopefully, we get this breakdown below, and we can look for some nice buy opportunities that going back to this high would be almost 340 pips. So that is what I see on GN. Do we have any other pair you guys want to go over? If not, like we went over a lot of the pairs, recording will be uploaded on YouTube, and you guys will have link to access it, so you can watch it throughout the week. And we will have a new call on Wednesday, Wednesday 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we're gonna do some weekly updates, see what we analyzed today. Did it work out? What moved? In which direction? Do we, have some good opportunities to close week with? So, you're welcome, Thierry. You're very welcome. Tam, obviously very welcome. Glad you guys, allocated some time to come hang out with us. So that was definitely good charting session. So you're welcome, Romano. If you guys don't have any other pair, like I said, I'm gonna try to convert this as soon as possible. We will upload it in a YouTube channel, and you guys will have link in the trades alerts as well, so you can watch it later, or whoever missed can watch it. So
Yeah, thank you, Anas, for your time and sharing all the chat and patterns. So
Yeah.
we have the next webinar on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah, I'll try to join that as well.
Cool, definitely. Thanks for joining, brother. Definitely, always good to see you.
Right, thank you.
All right, guys. Then I will catch you in the chat later. Market opens in about 1 hour. So, yeah, good night to you, Thierry. Get some rest. I know tomorrow is new week, so we will have a good one. All right, talk to you later, guys.